It's just been weird stuff. Very odd stuff. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the program. I'm glad that you're here on this Monday. Woo-hoo, it's Monday. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. Welcome to the program today. My name is Nick Stewart. This is Sunrise Santa Rosa. Was Saturday night gorgeous? Friday night and Saturday was absolutely gorgeous. Bands on the Blackwater. The Will Thompson band. Excellent. They did it was great. No notification that we were on. Is that what you're saying? That we were coming on? Yeah, it was quirky this morning. It was odd. I'm just saying, I had a hard time getting things started this morning. I don't know why. It's Monday. The Biden administration has screwed stuff up so bad it's affecting the show. My name is Nick Stewart. This is Sunrise Santa Rosa. You know who you are. God bless you. Okay. Well, I had the same problem. I don't know. It's been funky. I'm just glad you're here. Like it, share it, let other people know what we're on. Okay. It's not paranoia if they're really after you. That's what I always say. Which is a true statement. I'm glad that you're here today. It was a great weekend, and I hope that you had a good time. But yeah, the bands on the Blackwater, they were a great band. I think it's the Will Thompson band was the name of the group. I'm sorry, but it was very, very good. They did some great covers, and it was just a lot of fun. You cannot. It was really good. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everybody's here. All right. Bob Cole tried to block it. It may have been. It may have been the Bob Cole factor. Your forecast, a cloudy, early scattered thunderstorms developing this afternoon, high near 86. The chance of rain today, 40%. Tonight, overcast skies, chance of rain shower, low near 73. And then tomorrow, cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower, and a high near 87. Presently, it is 73 in Milton, 78 Gulf Breeze, 76 in Navarre, and 75 in Pensacola. There you go. Thank you, Donna. Appreciate that for sharing it. Like it, share it. And we'll get everybody back up started again. Hey, I want to thank our sponsors, Gulf Coast Gun. Woo-hoo. I made a purchase Saturday. I did. And I pick up my purchase on Thursday. Yeah. Appreciate them. And go visit them and go to gulfcoastgun.com. They got some great prices. Great prices on weapons and ammo and shirts. So check them out. All right. I'm just trying to see how things are working here. All right. I've got some cool stuff to show you this morning, some wild stuff. And we'll get to that in just a moment. Gotta love Jim Brady, huh? I didn't buy a shirt. I did not buy a shirt. I want to. They're very nice. Nicholas is formed in the southwest Gulf of Mexico. No relation. Though we do have a lot of wind. Both. Winds around 40 miles an hour. Tropical storm watch is in effect for the coast of Texas and Port Aransas and all that. I didn't get a shirt yet. I'm looking at them. I was on other stuff. I know. Well, that's an issue this morning. We're having an issue this morning, John. It was weird. It wouldn't let me start, and I had to kind of keep refreshing and going back. It was funky. One person was injured in a drive-by shooting Sunday morning in Century. According to NorthScabby.com, a Scabby County Sheriff's Office responded to a report of shots fired on Hilltop Road around 5:30 a.m. Deputies say a person and a car was struck multiple times. The man was struck in the calf and was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. What's going on at 5:30 on a Sunday morning? I'm not even up at 5:30 on a Sunday morning. I already told that I did a preemptive strike on that joke, Corey. I did preemptive strike. They could be. Many have tried. Many have tried. Uh, well, what's going on in Century at 5:30 on a Sunday morning? I don't know. We'll see. Trained automobile technicians are getting staggering sign-on bonuses. Eastern Shore Toyota is offering bonuses of $3,000 for qualified mechanics and $8,000 for master technicians, and the jobs pay up to $30 an hour. Subaru of Mobile is offering sign-on bonuses starting at $1,000, going as high as $10,000. He said the best. One guy, that's Greg Halliday, from the sales manager there at Subaru. He said the best, most experienced auto techs can make close to, if not exceed, six-figure salaries. What? Did the mayor of Chicago move to Century? Quite possibly. Nobody's fussing, Corey. I'm just saying. I just was preemptive striking that. But auto techs, these are not mechanics. They just they replace parts. They don't fix things. And if their computer doesn't tell them, experience from a highly rated auto repair shop. I don't go to Bob Cole's. I don't think I would get the service that I wanted at Bob Cole's place. I find somewhere else to go. However, good morning, Michael. However, I do find a good. I try to find the best, and it's really difficult. Despite FDA warnings, some people are still using ivermectin. I've been patient with you people, and now my patience is wearing thin. Bob Cole might cut my brake lines or crush my car by accident. I don't know. Or charge me for stuff I didn't buy. Channel 3 spoke to a Pensacola woman on Friday who took the drug. She explained her experience with ivermectin. And they keep saying that it's primarily used to prevent parasites in animals and humans. Not to treat COVID. Not to treat COVID. But it's also, not only is it for parasites, but it's also for viruses. It's also for viruses. COVID's a virus. But they don't want to do that. They don't make any money off of it. What is this? I don't know. Manya Curtis was diagnosed with COVID at the end of August. Her symptoms included stomach issues, congestion, and a sore throat. She said she wanted to do whatever she could to prevent worsening symptoms like shortness of breath. She said a friend of hers recommended ivermectin. So Curtis set up a telehealth visit with a ProHealth in Pensacola where she says she was prescribed the drug. So you're not being blocked. You're not being kept from getting ivermectin because ProHealth in Pensacola prescribed it. When it's prescribed under the care of a provider or physician and done correctly and obtained correctly, it can be a very useful treatment option. Curtis says her symptoms subside and she never experienced shortness of breath. I attribute that to the ivermectin. So there you go. The virus is a freaking parasite. The latest COVID-19 plan from President Joe Biden will impact thousands of people in Northwest Florida. Over 80 million workers in the U.S. soon to get forced to get a vaccine or tested for COVID weekly. The Fish House in Pensacola is not one of them, but many spoke to Channel 3 worry that it's not as simple as President lays it out to be. White House says businesses with 100 more employees will need to require vaccines or weekly COVID visits. Department of Labor's Occupational Safety, OSHA, will enforce it. Jackbooted thugs. It will come through an emergency temporary standard, meaning it doesn't have to go through it's an emergency thing, so they can force it on you. Channel 3 spoke to Collier Merrill, who owns Great Southern Restaurants, has about 300 employees. It creates a whole lot of bookwork and paperwork, Merrill said. If they have religious reasons, you have to follow those guidelines. And then you do a litmus test to see if there really are religious reasons. Then you have the ADA requirements. People say, well, there have been all kinds of other vaccinations you have to take. Well, we don't check for those either, you know. It's going to create a ton of paperwork, a ton of compliance. And then we have to find out if someone wasn't vaccinated and we thought they were, well, then what liability do I have? Merrill supports the vaccine, but also knows they struggle to retain full staff. Now he worries some may leave if they have to enforce those new requirements. And he's right. Thank you, Renee. So it does cause issues. These restaurants are struggling. They're struggling to keep staff and get fully staffed. And now with this mandate, you've got local restaurants that are going to struggle. I don't know. The Biden administration is now targeting Florida over its ban on mask mandates in state schools. Last month, the Department of Education said it would put 5 states through the investigative ringer over state laws that ban mask mandates. So he's coming after Florida. Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Utah, and Iowa are going to be under the federal rights microscope. Florida's time had come, is what it said in a letter. No more grits, yeah. I know. You're correct. You're correct, Donna. They're going to help you out. There have been a lot of walkouts. We're going to talk about the walkout in a minute. We'll get to that. Maybe. The Milton City Council is on tomorrow night. Now, here's this. The recognition, special presentations, and award portion is done by Doug Sills, the CEO of Santa Rosa Medical Center. I wonder why the mayor would have Doug Sills coming to speak to the city council. I wonder. It would not be happenstance, would it? That is just in the same week that the vaccine mandates come down. I wonder. It ought to be interesting. She is pushing her agenda. It would be to shame. There would be an E on the end of that, to shame us. Yes. Thank you for correcting that, Jeff. You got it. But that's right. It is to shame you. It is to make you feel bad. And there's probably a letter written by Anonymous. City Council, bring this forward. Milton City Council, bring this forward. No more letters that are anonymous. They can't be read. They can't be brought into the discussion. If they're anonymous, they cannot be brought into the discussion anymore. But here's the thing: is Jeff is right. It is going to be a shame on you for being anti-vax. How callous are you people? Now, well, that's going to be a short-lived job. That's going to be a short-lived job. Good. And you shouldn't. Look, it is a personal choice. That, my friends, is a personal choice. I'm not telling you to not get it. I'm not demeaning you if you want to get it, but I'm not getting it. I don't care what kind of mandates come down. I went to school board meeting. Does anyone know why they took a 30-minute recess to talk in private and where I can get the recording of it? That's a good question. There's so much garbage going on. It is the VA is now threatening veterans that benefits and health coverage will be blocked if no jab. Yes, yes. It's just this is absolutely the craziest thing. So now the Milton mayor is going to hammer you on that. Here's another issue. Jeff says I keep seeing how the government put enormous pressure on people to get the vaccine against their beliefs. It's a precursor to dry run to see what will work. And yeah, yes, 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 Jeff. And if you can't, if they can, copy your vaccine card or whatever it is, then they will. Bill Gates has already come up with a plan for that. It's on a band aid. Hmm. Well, Corey, it is. Florida Department of Corrections announced Friday they'll be temporarily closing over 170 state prison dorms due to staffing shortage. The dorm's housework release camp inmates is affecting these facilities. Senator Doug Broxton said the state's having lots of problem hiring corrections officers. They simply don't have the manpower, and when you see it affect the prisons, it really sends a shockwave. The state's now offering hiring bonuses for correctional officers and changing work hours from 12 to 8-hour shifts. There's also an increase to the yearly salary. And there's restaurants that take these prisoners for workers. Joe Patty's said they'll lose 7 work release inmates at a time when employees are in desperate need. He said, I don't like it. They're good workers. They're straight up, and I like it, he said. Now, these workers, they would come, these prisoners would come and work, and then they go back to the dorm. But that's not going to happen now. Not going to happen now. Shut up. Who shut up? Just to put a chip in your forward and right hand. Yep. Folks are leaving yeah, they are. They are. It's madness. It's madness. How do you oh, the Biden administration has screwed stuff up so much. So much. And it is affecting everything. It is affecting everything in Northwest Florida. Um, where are we at? What is this? Not a personal choice, Jack says. You refuse to protect yourself and infect others. My personal choice: drive drunk where you live. I'll drive by. That is the most inane, dumb thing I've ever heard. Jack, if you want to get the shot, get the shot. I, you, I don't have to, and I'm not going to. There you go. I don't know. Oh, lost here. I got that one. It's all on purpose. I know it's all on purpose. Chance got a letter in the mail pushing veterans to get it. Okay. Yeah, and okay, and I'm fine with that. There's people that watch the show that got the shot, and I'm good with that. It should not be mandated. If you want it, get it. If you don't, don't. Um, Maron. I just don't like that kind of stuff. I don't. I want to show this. This is off the topic, but this is an officer involved shooting in Brevard. Hold on a second. Here we go. Nope, wrong one. I got the wrong one. Let me see. Here we go.
Of the car as the incident was taking place. Again, the entire ambush and response by our deputies takes place within a minute and sadly captures what our deputies and law enforcement officers from across the country potentially face every day of their lives.
What's that?
Okay, it's a normal traffic stop. And they're just kind of talking to people, chilling out. There's nothing real major, right? Here we go.
All right, partner. He wants to talk to you out here. Is that all you're? Yeah. I'll watch it for you. He's all right. I got babies. Oh, you got a dog too? Hell.
There's a guy in the car. They got one leaning against the back, one sitting here talking to the cop. There's a guy in the back seat, and there's a baby back there. There's a dog back there, and the cop's being real casual with him.
I'll make sure they're all right. I got babies too, man. Huh? Okay. Shit! Shit!
And they all went downhill. The guy's been shot. The guy's doing the shooting's been shot. One of the cops has been hit. And now he's beat down on the cop. He's doing a beat down on the deputy with a shotgun that is empty. Now watch.
Now, as you can see and hear from the video, this was an extremely violent ambush that both of our deputies and the occupants of the vehicle were extremely blessed to survive. This individual had absolutely no regard for human life and was focused on only one thing: killing our deputies to avoid arrest, as he knew he was facing several minimum mandatory prison sentences in his pending cases. As you can see, the subject not only fired numerous rounds at our deputies, but also, after his gun jam, used the butt of the rifle to violently and repeatedly strike Deputy Potters in the head, causing significant injuries and lacerations. Let there be no doubt, this individual got exactly what he deserved. And to those out there who might be foolish enough to ask why we shot him so many times, that answer is simple: because evil can never be dead enough. Now that you've had a chance to see the ambush,
I love that line. Evil can never be dead enough. And they loaded him up. And he should have been. Now, the officer that was shot and hit with the butt of the gun, shot in the leg. He was also has a broken orbital bone and some sinus issues. And but he's in the hospital and hoping that he will be okay. But listen, they lit him up. Now, the two other people that were there, they came back. They did not run. I mean, they ran so they wouldn't get shot, but then they came back. All right. You have to have personal ways to protect yourself without forcing others to do something. Right. Yeah, Howard, that was a bam. They let him have it, and they should have. They should have. Now, they do it, play it again, and they play it back in slow motion, but it's pretty awesome. Shoot anyone, you deserve to be shot multiple times. Oh, this is just crazy. Now, listen, he had, he would have done the same thing to them. He would have shot them multiple times. He shot them. He was facing some mandatory, several small mandatory kind of things because he had some warrants out for him, and that's what he was doing. He's dead now. All of us who are law enforcement certified know the answer. We shoot to stop. Yep. And he was stopped. And he absolutely would have. His intent was to kill them. He was out on bond. Well, that is on the judge. Absolutely. 850-771-0049. 12 F-22 pilots and 16 B-52 bomber crew members have walked off the job in response to Secretary Austin's mass email on September 8th, talking about forced vaccinations. They're done. We walked off. Nice, eh? U.S. businesses are giving a mixed reception to President Biden's COVID-19 vaccination mandate for firms with 100 or more employees, and many larger companies or trade groups welcoming the directive. Even smaller businesses are bristling. Some companies say the order imposes yet another burden that could intensify historic worker shortages and supply chain bottlenecks. He's trying to destroy the economy, and he's working. Meanwhile, details such as precisely how the plan will be carried out and who bears the cost will likely remain unclear until OSHA issues an emergency temporary standard that will implement the requirement. The order is expected to cover about 80 million private sector workers and the vast majority of about 4 million federal workers. Many large companies are taking the mandate in stride because they're already putting in place their own vaccine policies. Small businesses face daily challenges from pandemic requirements, locating qualified workers, rampant inflation, supply chain disruptions. Additional mandates, enforcement, and penalties will further threaten the fragile small business recovery. Mehtab Bogle, the co-CEO of Forever Floral, which sells handcrafted artificial floral bouquets online, says he doesn't have the HR staff to deal with the vaccination testing of his 130 employees. It'll eat up time, and time is money. The task will consume about 150 to 200 hours for his chief operating officer and production manager. He's already struggling to attract and hold on to employees because of the worker shortages, and the mandate will intensify those strains. He notes the company is based in Ogden, Utah, a conservative area, and tends to view federal mandates warily. I'll assume I'll lose 30% of my workforce, probably more. Scarred to the Holocaust, tats, and that was full-blown genocide. And we're well on our way. What in God's name? Now, listen, those that support abortion, I know you say, well, you guys, it's my body, my choice now, right? Well, listen, the other way around. Let's go back to you. You want, if you want it, get it. If you don't, don't. Well, that's what we want with the vaccine. So there you go. A baby isn't a body part, right? And it's not your body. It's a baby's body. So it's their body, your choice. But listen, we are running into chaos. WEAR, I think it was them, posted a story about the positive effect that the vaccine mandate will have on Northwest Florida. Well, I don't think revolt is positive. I'm just saying. Joe Biden's sweeping mandate to vaccinate millions of federal workers and contractors against the coronavirus left officials confronting how to carry out a fusillade of workplace rules that could complicate and lengthen the process and further up into government struggling to return to normal. Some union officials reflected opposition to Biden's plan. Other workers raised the possibility that vaccine-hesitant employees who are close to retirement, there are hundreds of thousands nearing that point, could put in their papers early. So on top of that, you've got it's just the money that will come out, and then the staff shortages that we already have. Heirloom. No, but you're killing babies. So there you go. So and you're probably killing a baby that might have a cure for a virus, like we have. Don't start the stupidity with the abortion crap. um, yes, they're creating that thing. And look, you can see it. You can see it by heirloom. Now, listen, we're like, if you want to get it, if you don't. That's the American way. The people like heirloom that are and the mayor of Milton, that is un-American. That is absolutely un-American. Yes, he did. Mandate us right out of jobs. The vaccines are killing people. Yes. I don't know what that is. Hi, Ty. No, we didn't start up early. We started late. We started late today. It was about 3-4 minutes late. So, what does that mean, Ara? What does that mean? So your patriotism, your being an American patriot, comes down to you were born that way. Whatever. What are you blocked from, Donna? What are you blocked from, Donna? I don't know. Don't comply. President Biden's get this, his mandate doesn't for federal workers doesn't apply to members of Congress or their staff. They are exempt from that. A blocking offense from what? What are you blocked from? You haven't figured it. He signed 2 executive orders, right. But before signing the executive orders, Biden said during a speech to the White House that the executive orders would only apply to federal workers and contractors in the executive branch. Members of Congress, which includes the House of Representatives, falls under the legislative branch of government. A spokesperson at the Congressional Institute told Verify by email that the president cannot impose a vaccine mandate on Congress via executive order or an emergency or an agency or department regulation. But he can on you, but not for them. Yes. You are the masses. Listen, he has been very patient with you, and now his patience is wearing thin. Right? That's what he said. That's what he said. Congress has to follow the guidance of the attending physician, which only has a mask mandate in place. Yep. She commented that someone who shoot others should have that returned to them, and Facebook blocked her from post or commenting. Oh, I see. Facebook. That's what I was looking for. DNC owns the post office. According to a new advisory provided to the Western Journal, the Great American Walkout kicked off Saturday with a San Diego news conference to announce the launch of a nationwide peaceful protest of police officers, firefighters, medics, educators, and parents who are all greatly concerned with President Biden and multiple other state government recent calls for nationwide COVID-19 vaccine mandates. It's a 4-day protest of vaccine mandates from Saturday through Tuesday. Now, well, there's come across fast and furious. Listen, if you are not, even if you are for the vaccine, these mandates should concern you greatly. That is Biden, I would hope, because you used the pronoun Misty. if we'll just say Donald Trump, if Donald Trump was doing this out of concern for health, wouldn't the mandate include those on the government assistance? Those are usually the most vulnerable. You meant Biden. See what the problem is? True, because I don't believe the murder of children. Oh my gosh. They will have to hunt me down. I and my children will never take the vaccine. Good for you. Joe Biden has guts mandating things less than a year after conservatives attacked the Capitol. Too soon. Too soon. Thank you, Misty. Oh, you meant Biden. Gotcha. See what I'm saying? Mandates should be directed to illegal aliens. Yes. It won't. It won't. But you've got to go through the court thing. Because this one is not tested and this one is not been, we've not had enough time. Not had enough time. Research is right. If Biden cared about Americans, the southern border would be closed. So there you go. 850-771-0049. Food prices, rose a full percentage point in August, up from 0.6 of a point in July, defying predictions that inflation would cool off. Data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics showed Friday. Compared to the year ago, food prices are up 12.7%, outpacing the overall increase of 8.3% in the producer price index. On an annual basis, that's the highest level of food inflation in records that go back to 2010. The monthly figure is the third highest on record, following May 2020's pantry raid that emptied many grocery store shelves. Food prices of some staples have driven sky high. Here you go. Beef and veal, up 59.2%. Pork, 34.1%. Chickens, up 32%. Fish, up 18%. Turkey, 41.4%. Good luck with Thanksgiving. And eggs, up 31.7%. Shortening of cooking oils are also up 43.5%. October 12th, what will be a sad day? Anyone who works for or with the hospitals will be fully vaccinated or fired. Oh, I'm not trying to this. All right. But your food, Biden is even affecting your food prices. Your food, your gas, your work. They are pushing this without doing. He's making others do it. He's making others do it. He can't make you do it, so he's going to force you to comply by going through your employers. That he can do. And you will, listen, it's going to come down to this. You are going to get, make them fire you so you can draw unemployment. Well, you won't be able to get unemployment. You won't be able to get federal assistance unless you're vaccinated. That's what they're pushing all this to. If you want to get any kind of federal assistance, you're going to have to be vaccinated. You have to sell your soul. Heirloom. If you want your kid vaccinated, get him vaccinated. I don't care. If you want to keep them home wrapped in a bubble, do it. Nobody cares. Food prices are going up, but they're still blessed to live in a country where we can get those things. Imagine people in the world who wouldn't be happy to get live chicken. Do you eat live chicken? Biden man wants to cripple this nation without having it come from him. Yes. I'm sick of the child molesting Disney puppet. What about state unemployment? Yeah, but you can't live. You can't. It's not going to help you. It's pretty low. I don't know. They can't be. I don't want them stuck at home. That's the whole point. Then stop. Then stop. Then give them to somebody who'll care for them. If you don't want to keep them at home because you don't like them and you can't vaccinate them, then give them to someone who'll care for them. Your opinion is you want everybody to be vaccinated for you. No. You can have your opinion. I don't care, but but take your kids and go. Go to somewhere where it's all vaccinated. Go to California. Nobody cares. Are you done? Wow. Oh, this is cool from your government. Where's the picture of that? Oh, here it is. An airstrike in Kabul against a supposed Islamic State bomber actually killed an innocent man who worked for a U.S. aid group and his family, according to newly published testimony and footage, raising the specter that the Pentagon lied about to the public about the strike. The reported case of mistaken identity also further tars President Biden's for his chaotic pullout of U.S. troops from Afghanistan. Zamari Ahmadi and 9 members of his family, including 7 children. Ara, what about that? What about Biden killing innocent children, not with a virus, but with a drone? You got to wonder. Now, Biden was apparently mocked and booed in New York City Saturday during the 20th anniversary of the September 11th terrorist attacks. Watch this. If I can find it. Here we go. Let me get rid of that one. All right. Here is the video clip of Biden getting heckled.
The murderers. Look, the murderers.
The murderers. There's Bill Clinton.
Yes.
Michelle and Barack.
Whoa.
Wow.
You're a mud for what you did to Afghanistan. Terrible.
Don't sniff them.
Don't
Terrible.
sniff them. He's talking against don't sniff them. There you go. So he was heckled with it. Now, further on, there was numerous people shared on Twitter the hashtag #FBiden. It trended overnight. But hours later, while visiting Shanksville, Pennsylvania, Biden complained about seeing protest signs, presumably those that read F Biden. Here's that.
What I'm thinking about today is what these people who, and I've got a piece of.
He always goes into stupid stories. All right, so he goes, wonder what these people, pointing to the flags representing the people that died in 9/11. And then he starts telling the stupid story.
Small piece of one of the beams they gave me last time, or not last.
He has a piece of one of the beams, a small piece of one of the beams that they gave him. What does that have to do with anything? It has nothing to do with nothing.
How many times ago? And the flag they gave me.
Last time, well, not last time, but I don't know how many times ago. What is he even saying?
I'm thinking of, what are the people who died? What would they be thinking? They think this makes sense for us to be in this kind
What
of
would the
thing
people
where
would
you
die?
Ride down the street and someone has a sign saying F so-and-so, or, I mean, it's not who we are.
It's you. It's you. It's not so-and-so. It's you.
It's not who we are.
It's not who we are. Well, federal mandates on vaccines is not who we are. Your communist policies are not who we are. Heirloom, knock yourself out. I applaud you. If you want to do that, do it. I'm cool with that. What I'm not cool with is you making me do it. It is personal choice, Jim. You're exactly right. Good. Good. I'm glad your 12-year-old's vaxxed. Vax the heck out of them. Yeah, needs to. But tested ones, Erlu. This one is not tested. Oh, Maron. Yep. Yep. See, you like it because that's what you're bringing here. But Joe Biden, they booed him. They booed him. And they held up signs, and well, that's not who we are. Yeah, it is who we are. Because you didn't mind him having signs that said F Trump. You didn't have him mind having him with signs saying F the police. I don't. Erlu, you're out of your mind. This is. Okay. A man mistakenly pronounced dead by the Ohio State Highway Patrol shocked his family by returning home mere hours after the family got the call. The wreck in question took place on Wednesday, September 8th on Interstate 275 in Cincinnati. According to Fox 19, a motorist was driving along I-275 when they braked and were struck from behind by a semi-truck. The force of the impact ejected the driver from the vehicle, killing them on scene. Police then identified the deceased motorist as 42-year-old Elder Thomas Ocampagia and contacted his family to share the unfortunate news. His mother went into shock, said Jasmine Ibarra, a close family member. Ibarra then continued to contact more family members and was preparing to notify her 9-year-old brother of the tragedy when Ocampagia pulled into the driveway. I just went running outside. I needed to see if he was dead or not. He pulls in the driveway. I just went running outside. I needed to see if he was dead or not. He could have been a zombie. And it was Elder. And I just opened the door and said, you're supposed to be dead. If you didn't realize it, you're supposed to be dead. He says, I don't know what you're talking about. What a weird. Are you asking for Erlu to be blocked, or is Erlu blocked? Is that which are you saying? Yeah. Done. I'm not understanding. So is Erlu blocked, or is Erlu not blocked? I don't care if they're on here. Maybe they'll glean something, but usually they're so ignorant they cannot. If you're ignorant, you're ignorant, and it's usually because it's self-inflicted. Oh, good. There you go, Erlu. I'm glad you're here. I hope that you glean something. All I ask, and I don't care what you believe, and I'm fine with you believing whatever you want to believe. I'm cool with that. But what I want you to do is listen with an open mind. And I don't think you came here with an open mind. I don't think you came here with an open mind. I'm glad you're here. I'm not opposed to that. But come with an open mind. Come ready to listen. But you are comparing things that are not comparable, and you are not willing to listen to anybody else. Yeah. True, but some do not care for facts. Right. Yeah. Jeff says, I doubt we'll see Biden out in public much anymore. His handlers, listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, I know. An old man screaming at squirrels. Rage the, yeah, I know. Listen, here is the thing that's going to happen is his numbers are going to go they're already bad. They're going to go in the toilet. I don't know. Yeah, I certainly can. I certainly can. But your comparisons are not true. I didn't call you dumb. I called the statement dumb. Because it is a dumb statement. I can't remember what it was. But you can't come with an open mind. You can't come with an open mind. Yeah. Change of what? Subject prayers for the people in Texas. Yes, I know they got that tropical storm coming. It's gonna dump a ton of rain. Well, you're the one that said you didn't want to have them home. You couldn't. You did. You're the one that said you couldn't stand them being home. So that's what I'm. If you don't like them, give them to somebody that will. So you either. Yeah. Probably. I was just assuming you didn't want them home, so you don't like them. That's what I gleaned from it. Biden's being used. No, I don't think so. I mean, a little bit, but he is a jackwagon. He is a jackwagon, and he has no problem-solving abilities. He has been in the public service. He's not service, but he's been in Washington for 40 years, and he's done nothing. He doesn't care about people. I didn't say stand them being home. I said don't like them stuck at home. Okay. Why don't you like them stuck at home? Then you need to vote Republican. You need to vote Republican. If you don't like them stuck at home, you vote Republican, and they won't be stuck at home. I hope they do recall Newsom. Mercy. They need to get rid of that idiot. And I don't think the polls where they said Newsom's can hold out. I don't think those are true. Does anyone know what the message to Biden was? Oh, I don't know, but I can only imagine. I imagine it was what he was referring to earlier. I did have that story. I just didn't get to it. But they painted over the street. Here, I got the picture. They painted over street, Navarre, of something, message to Biden. And I can only imagine. You were voting for rhinos 16 years. So let's figure this. So you voted Bush, you voted Romney, you voted McCain. So you didn't vote for Republicans. You voted for rhinos, which is no different than Democrats. Now, the arguments are just inane. You don't like your kids, or you do like your kids. If you like your kids, then you vote Republican. And Trump was more Republican than any of them. He held the good things for the Republicans. Conservative values. That's what he did. And it worked. I'm not pandering to her. I'm just trying to explain. Just trying to explain. Rhinos are worse. Rhinos are worse. Yeah, mean tweet Trump. So un-American. So unpresidential. I think President Pee-Pee Pants is a lot of times unpresidential. He has incontinence problems. Just saying. Just saying. That's a great idea. If you have potholes that need to be taken care of, write a bad message about Biden over it. That is a great thing. Or, hey, listen. If you want it painted, if you want it taken care of, do Bob Cole or Dave Peach or Colton Wright. You write a bad message about them on the street right around that pothole. And see how fast it gets taken care of. I love that. I love that. That's where it needs to be. Hey, I got to get out of here. Time is fleeting. We started a little bit late, so. But listen, you need to. Yeah. Have a great day. Have a great Monday, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow. Hopefully, they won't keep us from popping on. But God bless you. Thank you so much. Like the video, share the video. Stay strong. We'll see you tomorrow.